In one of the very first books that I wrote, there was a conversation between two friends where one of them says, "I want to be your stepdad." So the other asks, "How? You hate my mom." So he replied by saying, "That's why I'm going to propose your dad." And to this day, I believe that is the most hilarious conversation I've ever written. Hey, so guys, my name is Olive Fox. Welcome to my channel, and today we're going to be starting the new series where I'm going to be reviewing entire movies or TV shows. I'm so damn excited. And today's film has 5 names, so I don't even know. There's the name Adore, Adoration, Beautiful Mothers, Two Mothers, and Perfect Mothers. How many names do you need for one film? I don't know, 5? But basically, this is the story of two friends who have 2 sons of the same age, and both sons fall in love with each other's mother. That's like a mouthful. And this video is not about that. This video is not about not falling in love with your friend's mother. No, that's I since the beginning of time, when have people ever cared about age or relationships? You fall in love with whoever you want. Okay? It's the age, the race, the relationship that person has with you, it doesn't matter. If you're gonna fall in love with someone, you're gonna fall in love with them. So this video is not about that. There is so much else to talk about in this film that we need to get to it right now. So the story is of 2 broke girls called Lil and Rose who opened the ground and pulled out a bunch of bottles. Maybe it was seawater. Maybe it was B-O-O-Z.
Mr. B-O-O-Z. That sure spells boo.
Anyway, in a very smooth transition, they grew up to become Lady Diana and Wonder Woman's aunt. Both of them grew up, had sons at the same time, and then one of those sons lost the father. Because when has ever a Hollywood film had both parents present? No, we don't do that around here. One of the fathers passed away. The boys grew up in another smooth transition and became a vampire and Jay Cody. Because it's 2021, we're very creative around here. Ayn and Tom, like their mothers, Lil and Rose, respectively, are really into the beach, which is something I really loved about this film. They show that they lived right close to the beach, and they really availed the sea. There were so many shots of them playing on the beach or surfing or just walking along the beach that I felt like the beach was the lead character and the rest of them were the supporting cast. And then moving on into the main story of the film, the story begins with the 2 ladies sitting around and looking at old pictures of themselves when the sons come around and go, "We need to see those." And then little Miss Lil went ahead and said this dialogue.
Oh, come on, give us a break. It was a long time ago.
Why is Miss Lil acting like she was caught on a Google 360 camera smoking weed in Amsterdam? That happened to Jack Whitehall, and he showed that picture to everyone. What are you so embarrassed about? Then they showed us a really cute round table lunch scene where I was suddenly like, 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the other father? Of course they kicked him out. You can't have an affair with the father around. But then he popped out. Much to my disappointment, because this means that one of them is going to cheat, whoever's husband he is. I, hadn't caught along to whose husband he was at that point, but now I know it was Rose who cheated on her husband, and that was just so wrong. Like, at the end of the day, it is considered wrong to, date your best friend's son. Not just that, you're cheating on your husband. That is so wrong. Why do people cheat? That's all I want to know. Why do people cheat? And it's not that they showed that Rose was not in a happy marriage. She was in a very happy marriage, and yet she goes ahead and cheats. What was her problem? Rose's husband finds a job in Sydney and decides to go there, and Rose is really upset about that. So in the middle of the night, she just wakes up and goes, "I could really use something to drink right now." My lady walked out of the house, crossed a patch of land, into the other house, opened the friggin' refrigerator, at which point my mind blew up. You don't have a kitchen at your house? God bless the kitchen. You don't even have a mini fridge. What the? You go to your neighbors to get yourself something to drink. I mean, today, something happened with what's it called? Our neighbor's stove. And they were like, oh, we're frying the cutlets. Can we come around? We were like, yeah, sure, come around. So they, came over and fried a couple of cutlets because their stove broke down. What's your excuse? Why do you not have a mini refrigerator? Why were you in Lil's kitchen? And while she was in the kitchen, we got the first glimpse of Ian just waking up all queasy and going, your husband is still here. Why was it not your husband who died?
Well, he says my real relationship isn't with him, it's with you.
The two friends availing the beach start a conversation as they walk down to it. I don't know why he believes I put my best friend over my husband. I don't know. Because you don't have a kitchen? What reason could he not have to believe that you put the best friend over your husband? I mean, you don't even give your husband a kitchen. I don't know any person on this earth who would love me if I don't even provide them with a kitchen. Why is the kitchen in the friend's house? That's all I want to know. And while they were having that conversation, I was like, the husband must have asked her, are you a lesbian? And that's the next thing they did. He doesn't believe we're lesbians, right? At which point I started believing myself too much. I was like, $100 says they have kissed at least once. And boy, had they. Because we had to practice.
Well, it was. Remember that kiss?
Oh my God. Well, we had to practice on someone.
Right.
Now with both the husbands gone, the sparkling starts. Tom and Lil were dancing away. I'm still like, I get confused with the names. So Tom and Lil were dancing, and our boy Ian showed us a really great hack, a really dangerous one as well, but it's useful. They showed us the hack, and I thought, okay, it's gonna be Tom and Lil who are gonna do it first. But boy, had I forgot all about the biggest culprit. The kitchen! Rose was down again at the kitchen getting herself something when Ian comes along and she goes, do you have everything you need? And my God, did he throw the best pickup line possible.
You have everything you need.
No.
If my crush ever asks me, do you have everything you need? Or do you need something? I'll immediately go, your number. I need your number. That's such a great pickup line. So, no, I don't think Rose was down there for the kitchen. Whether she was there for the kitchen or not, Tom came along for the kitchen. Again, the biggest culprit, the refrigerator. He comes down and he sees his mother coming out of Ian's room. So he's like, what? My man went down to the beach, at which point I was like, my God, he's gonna commit suicide. He didn't. He fell asleep on the beach where the waves could reach and pull him in. But he survived, woke up, went home. No, he didn't go home. He went straight to Lil's house and was like, we need to have a conversation about your son and my mum. Went there, had the conversation, and kissed Lil.
We'd really miss you.
I'd miss you.
Lil, as every mother ever, was really disappointed in Tom and went, what if Ian had walked in?
Tom! Christ!
I'm sorry.
I mean, suppose Ian had walked in, or...
Is that all you're worried about?
Tom was very sneaky. He caught on to that and went, that's all you care about? Like, you would have been fine with this had Ian gone away like my father. So, that reminded me of maybe an unofficial, The Vampire Diaries dialogue where Alina says, I'm so sorry. And Stefan says, are you sorry because you did this, or are you sorry because I found out? That's like the biggest breakthrough ever. Ask someone, if anyone ever apologizes, just ask them, are you sorry because you did that, or are you sorry because I found out? It's a game changer. Anyway, she was like, whatever, get lost. He got lost, came back with the most amount of confidence I have ever seen a man possess. He got in bed with little Lil, who had the most amount of terror I've seen eyes possess. And long story short, they did the deed. He returned home, received a slap from his mother. I was like, my God, the audacity.
At Lil's, doing to her what Ian's been doing to you.
You have fallen, in my eyes, lower than the deepest ocean. How dare you?
How dare you?
But Rose rose again in my eyes when she went ahead and had the most mature conversation with Lil. Like, I don't think parents have ever handled a situation this calmly. This was one of the best things about this film. Both Lil and Rose were so damn calm about everything. Like, you would tell them there was a tornado about to hit the house. They'd be like, okay, we'll just be leaving the house in 2 minutes. So damn calm.
I don't know, Lil, what have we done? Crossed a line.
At this point in the film, while they specified a very important detail that Ian loves Rose and Tom is with Lil just for the sake of revenge or whatnot,
I love her.
they also made the biggest mistake. They showed us Rose's kitchen. You have a kitchen? And yet you go over to Lil's. Why would your husband not believe that you are lesbian? Why else would you venture out into the night for the sake of the kitchen when you have a kitchen of your own? Again, while having a very calm conversation, little Lil goes, I don't understand why we have to stop. I don't know, Lil. Last time I checked, Rose had a husband. You just completely forgot about him. What the frig? So Mr. Husband returned, and I don't think throughout the film he ever found out about this. No, he did not. Ian, my God. This one scene where he was standing up there and I literally looked at him like, so he returned. You need to leave, sir. After seeing how threatening of an expression Ian had given him earlier, Mr. Husband went inside and went, do you not want to leave because of Lil? And she said, the most amazing dialogue ever.
No, it's none of the reasons you think, Harold. It's not. I can't even explain it. It's just
She literally summarized the entire situation without revealing anything. Like, if you were smarter, you would have caught along that something is fishy around here. We live along the beach. How could there not to be something fishy around here? Anyway, Mr. Husband leaves like he was supposed to, and we return to Mrs. Cool.
Oh my God.
Your children are trying to drown each other, and you do not even run towards them. I would be seeing a random person drowning and I would freak out and try to save them. Your son was about to kill someone, you didn't care? Your son was about to kill your best friend's son and your lover. Like, there are 3 relationships going on around here, and yet you didn't care. Then Ian and Tom acted like my entire family because, guess what? They were cleaning each other's wounds. This is what my family does. We would literally behead each other, and then 2 minutes later, we'll also be sewing each other together. Because just this morning, my parents had the worst argument over the phone, and when my dad returned from his job at night, I was like, my God, hell is about to break loose. But when I went in their room, my mom was like, Ellen, if we're going out for dinner, do you want to come? I came in here to get the beheaded body. You're going out for dinner? But things were not exactly cool yet. Because your mama jokes still exist. My God!
Where are you going?
To your room.
Ian?
See you at yours.
That was cool. I love when someone tries to be savage like that, like they're really savage, but you throw something on there that's more savage. It's freaking amazing. But in all that, they are so damn calm, I want to shoot them. Your sons literally tried to kill each other not 10 minutes ago. They're still arguing, having a cold war going on, and Miss Lil is smiling. What's that about, Miss Lil? Do you want the boys to kill each other? Anyway, they do not kill each other, and Tom leaves for a month, which was like, my God, they were about to die. They were like, how are we going to live a month without each other? Anyway, he leaves, and he calls, and he's like, okay, the lead of the show is pretty good. And immediately Lil's like, like, she immediately started acting like there were arrows pointed at her, and her life was about to end. Why are people so insecure? That's all I want to know. Okay, we're not talking about the fact of whether your boyfriend breaks up with you because it's become long distance. We're not talking about that fact. We're talking about the amount of trust you put in the person you're making love to. Why are you so, why don't you trust?
Are you gay?
That was another great way of flirting. If someone asks you, are you gay? Or you can go ahead and ask your crush, are you gay? And maybe they'd kiss you in return. A month later, Tom returns like a merman and does not reveal a thing about the new girl, whom we found out about like 2 minutes later, because she was at the party. And one look at her and Lo knew, because Lo has seen the world. Lo knew there is something fishy around here. She found out that he was cheating. She was heartbroken. Tom decided to marry the girl. Decided to break everything off, which was just like, what? You do realize that one of the sons dating, the mother, that is normal, but this like cross situation is what, makes this complicated. They were like, okay, so now that Tom and Lo, who were only sleeping together because they were angry at us, now that they're not doing it anymore, we're gonna stop too. The amount of pain I felt for Ian, like, come on, the boy loves you. I thought maybe the noise of Ian's heart shattering would break this calmness, but boy, did it remain.
I'm so sorry.
No, darling. It was going to happen sooner or later.
Milady, he cheated on you. Milady, this was his idea to start in the first place. Milady, how the frig are you this calm after your son is in pain? Milady, what are you doing? And then Tom friggin' got married. He didn't get into an engagement, a relationship. He just straight up married Roxy, whatever her actual name is. Everyone attended the wedding, and as a tale as old as time, that even Sherlock Holmes was a part of, the groomsman and the maid of honor became a thing. I did expect Rose and Ian to get back together, but this time Rose was like, nope.
Rose! Let me in.
The door has been closed. And as I was still trying to process that, in comes another shock, another twist. Little Miss Bridesmaid is pregnant. Why do people never discuss this sort of stuff? So the story began again. It's 2 friends, 2 sons, 2 wives, 2 daughters. The perfect family goes on the beach, enjoys themselves, and then Miss Little Lil goes ahead and says, I'll be going home now. It's like, okay, you can go home. Go ahead. She went home, but then they were showing her walk away. And I was like, you never do that in a movie unless hell is about to break loose. 2 minutes later, Tom leaves. 3 minutes later, they're caught by Ian. I would have had a nervous breakdown if I had seen that. The only reason I'm not with the love of my life is because you two decided not to part us, and you're together, and I am over here with a friggin' child, with a person I don't love. So... Anyway, He returns back home and says, Rose, we need to talk in private.
I want to speak to you in private.
Ian.
Now. I'm gonna fucking kill him!
And again, like my family, they went to talk in private, but my man screamed. I don't know why parents do that or people do that in general. Like, they'd be like, okay, let's talk in private. They'd shut the door and then scream their heads off. Do you think I am deaf? Or do you think walls of this house are not water resistant, soundproof? He's screaming his head off. The wives, of course, heard it. And in all this, neither Tom, neither Leo decide to come because they're so calm. They were like, okay, it's just another day. We don't need to go there. We'll go there like never. They took this so calmly. They never showed up. The grandchildren, the wives, the daughter-in-laws, all those, they left after finding out this crossover thing, this cheating thing. And neither of the two showed up.
Well, I hope you're pleased with yourself.
Then Rose had the audacity of saying this. I'm sorry. As if not, the entire world has came crashing down on his shoulders. You're gonna say this to him. He just lost his wife, his children, his child one, his friend's child, his friend's wife, everything. He found out that he has been betrayed by his mother, his own friggin' mother, and you really want to have an argument with him right now. What was going on? So, that went ahead, that went by. Neither Tom or Lil showed up. Rose went ahead, had a conversation with Lil, again, a very calm one. At this point, I was like, okay, this is gonna break the friendship. It's gonna be done. Rose is gonna leave both those mother and son, never see them again. But they are so calm. They went back to where they had started. And quite honestly, out of all of this, the one bad thing that came out was that 2 children are gonna grow up without fathers. The rest is settled. So all in all, it was a very decent film because there were so many twists. But like and I don't mind, okay, you go ahead and love him whoever you want, but it was the way they did the things. I mean, this like ending, like why did Tom and Lil do that? That was just, not only did he constantly cheat on his wife, that's just so wrong. You're cheating your son, he's cheating his mom, that was just so wrong. That was so wrong. But wrong stuff makes the best films. So this was a very decent watch, and I actually recommend you guys to watch it. There wasn't a lot of background music, and and it was a very slow film. How mostly films like feel really rushed and you're not really able to grab onto stuff. No, they really briefly described everything, and it was a very calm and it was a very calm movie. I definitely recommend it, even though I've told you the entire story, and this is it for the video. So that was it for this video. Really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like. Also comment below and let me know what other movies you want me to watch, TV shows as well, and I'll make sure to watch them, review them, and let me know your thoughts on how I can improve this. This is like my very first video, so I don't know exactly how these kind of videos are made. Let me know that, and yeah, subscribe, click the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload, and check out my edits channel at @LNFEdits and my Instagram at @LNF_Fox, and I'll hopefully catch you in the next video. I'm the only other fox in this world, and I completely forgot there was another character who was really interested in Lil. Completely forgot about him. He also came to think that Lil and Rose were lesbians. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe out there, and bye.